So apparently, there's been some outrage going across the YTPC platform that the Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev rematch has been signed, sealed, and delivered, aka it's been confirmed, finalized, however you want to call it. Wow, I mean it's really funny because I thought the same people who are outraged by the fact that Ward actually signed on to the rematch are the same people that bitched and complained about not getting good fights. We want to see the good fights, all right? And these are the same people that were out there slandering Andre Ward, saying that he's a coward, he's a bitch, he will never take a fight with Sergey Kovalev during his time of inactivity. He ultimately signed on to the fight. And then, some issues came up with regards to him not showing up with the first press conference, after his fight with Alexander Brand. And then the Ward detractors jumped on it and saying, you see, he's not going to go through the fight. He's a coward. He's going to find a way to back out of the fight by not showing up at the press conference. Although he did call Kathy Duva, who was the lead promoter at the time, main events of the first fight, it told her that he was not going to make it to the press conference because he was going to spend, he's going to utilize his free time and spend it with his family. And then he's going to go ahead and do the necessary media tours or the press tours within after 2 or 3 weeks after his little, rest or whatnot, or little layoff or rest. So, yeah. And then, and then next thing you know, when he actually signed on to the fight, there was no retraction videos, no retraction statements whatsoever from the same people that bitched and complained that he was going to back out of the first fight. What did they do? They went instead said that, okay, I hope Kovalev knocked this punk out or knocked this bitch out. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm not asking you to like the guy. It's your prerogative. You don't have to, to like him or not, but at least give him some respect. Just say, you know what? I can't stand the guy. I don't like Andre Ward, but I respect what he's doing. He went through the fight. He proved me wrong, and so forth. Hey, that's exactly what I did with Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I don't stand the guy. I can't stand him. I don't hate him, but I despise Floyd Mayweather. But I give credit when credit is due. I mean, it's just like you guys just don't have the conscience or the rationale to do that. Jesus Christ. And guys like you psychotic fanboys, who all of a sudden are fanboys of Sergey Kovalev. And shout out to NBT Boxing, by the way. He brought up a good point. The reason why you guys are riding on Kovalev's coattails is because during Mr. Andre Ward's inactivity, there were talks about him fighting the likes of either Gennady Golovkin or rematch of Carl Froch or Sergey Kovalev. You guys didn't want neither one of those possibilities of him fighting Kovalev or even Chavez Jr. Not Kovalev. The possibilities of fighting Chavez Jr., who I forgot to mention, Carl Froch rematch, or Gennady Golovkin, particularly Gennady Golovkin's situation. All right, you guys were campaigning so hard to get Ward away from him. Instead, you want him to go up and wait and fight Kovalev, and that's exactly what he did. All right. No respect for that. No praise, none whatsoever. I mean, Lord, you guys are killing the sport, man. This is the reason why the YTBC is so polluted, because of you guys' irrational thinking and logic. I mean, Jesus, my Lord. And here I'm talking about, let me back up a little bit. I saw, when Dream Chaser, when he commented on my video and I commented on his, whatnot, I expressed that, it's surprising that the detractors are outraged about the fact that Ward actually went along with the rematch. And, they're coming out and saying that, well, you know what, why should, all I ask is that just owe Ward apologies. Just say, you know what, he proved me wrong. I don't like the guy. I hate to repeat myself. He proved me wrong. I'm glad he's going through the fight, but I think Kovalev's going to knock him out. I will respect you more if you said that. But no, you guys are saying, why should I apologize? Why should I apologize for the fact that I was wrong? Why should I apologize for that, huh? I mean, he was obligated. He was legally obligated to take the rematch. He was forced to take the fight. Well, first things first, a fighter's not forced to do anything, okay? At the end of the day, he's the ultimate decider. He makes the ultimate choice. Yes, Andre Ward signed on the initial contract for the first fight where the rematch clause was asserted if Kovalev lost the fight. Okay? Now, he could still decide whether he wanted to go along with it or not. He could have chose to, vacate his belts or retire like he said he was going to do initially, which I criticized him for that when he mentioned the retirement talk. Or if he did decide to go ahead and go through with with vacate the belts and not take the rematch with Kovalev, yes, he would have faced some type of legal consequences. I get that. But as I said, it was his choice. He was the ultimate decider on that situation, and he decided to go along with it. Okay? So why all the hate and all the contempt, man? I mean, damn, he's chasing greatness. All right? I mean, this is what you guys have been asking for fighters of this generation to do for a long while now. I mean, Andre Ward is probably the only guy I see who's actually stepping up to the challenge, is facing dangerous fighters like Sergey Kovalev. A man, let me remind you, a man who's been paralyzing his opponents with his power and killed the man in the ring a few years ago. This is who Andre Ward is fighting. For God's sakes, Jesus Christ, come on. I know I am repeating myself what I said in my rant video after the first fight, about Ward not getting respect. But, at the end of the day, I've concluded that, it's like no matter what he does, he won't get no credit whatsoever, okay? Again, he's not Floyd Mayweather. He's a totally different fighter from Floyd Mayweather, okay? We can all agree that Floyd Mayweather did some good, things that pissed a lot of people off, like myself. He ducked out of fights with his mandatories and ducked out of fights with prime and dangerous opponents like Paul Williams and, Tony Margarito, hand wraps or not, I still think he would have won that fight, but he ducked it. We all know that, and Winky Wright. But Andre Ward of all people, man, come on. This dude has fought the dangerous and the prime opponents of his division at 168 at one point. Cleaned it out. Yeah, the only guy he didn't fight there was Lucian Bute. Yes, I understand that. Here he is taking on one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. I think probably, in my opinion, the most dangerous fighter in the world, who's rated top 3 pound for pound best, and beat him. Moved up in one weight class, didn't use any catch weights, didn't drag anybody up to, didn't drag, well, except for Alexander Brand, who's 168, who Ward himself is a naturally 168 pound guy. He didn't use any catch weights or whatever, or whatsoever to damage or what's the word I'm looking for? Disadvantage Kovalev. He didn't do that. So, opposed to one fighter that I know, I'm not going to mention him. I'm going to make another video about him because I've seen that some people are trying to propagate him as a great, all-time great middleweight and undermine the greatness of the guys of Monson, Hagler, and Hopkins. Well, I saw one guy said that Hopkins was a weight bully. Yeah, because he started his career at 175, then he drained himself down to 160. He took on fights against smaller guys. Okay, yeah, I'll concede to that. Hopkins did all that. Yes, he did some in-ring antics by, trying to get himself, trying to get a couple of his opponents disqualified by flying out of the ring by faking injuries. I get all that. But yeah, needless to say, despite that, I know it's another video, but I'll make it quick. Despite that, you can't undermine what Hopkins did in the ring, okay? All right, and now opposed to Golovkin, speaking of weight bullies, Golovkin is a weight bully himself because he fought a lot of 154-pound guys, including a 147-pound welterweight Kell Brook. So, it goes both ways. They're both not perfect. Deal with it. Anyways, that's another video, but let me stay on topic right here. There's nothing more to be said here. I'm just saying, guys, is just give the man some respect. That's all I'm asking. And just admit that you're wrong. Admit that you're wrong. Just admit that the first time you're wrong about him not going through the fight the first time, Andre Ward. Admit that you're wrong, that he wasn't going to go through with the second fight. Just admit that. You were wrong. Point blank. Damn. That's all I asked. Oh yeah, before I close out this video, I just got to say one thing about forcing somebody to fight. Andre Ward was forced to take the rematch. Well, if you guys are going to criticize him for that, then you need to criticize Manny Pacquiao. And shout out to Fight Critic because he brought this up. This is a very good point. Manny Pacquiao is forced to fight Jeff Horn, an unproven guy, and forced to fight Jesse Vargas for the WBO title. But there was no criticism for Pacquiao to take those fights because he was forced to do it by Bob Arum. And let's be honest, none of you guys didn't really want to see those fights, but you guys vouched for it because the fact that you are a Manny Pacquiao fanboy. And you're going to support him no matter what. like some other fight guy who openly admits that he's a fanboy of Gennady Golovkin and Manny Pacquiao, and he refuses to criticize them under any circumstances. He doesn't want to do it. So, yeah, it's just that you have to show consistency. Like I always say, if you're going to ridicule Andre Ward for forcing to take the rematch with be forced into the fight with Kovalev, then you have to ridicule Manny Pacquiao for being forced to fight the likes of Jeff Horn, which you guys are not talking about, and the likes of Jesse Vargas, who we all know didn't deserve to be in ring with him. Bottom line. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm out.